If you've ever said something to yourself like, oh, well, I already messed up, so, and then went and spent more money, this might actually be your biggest budget problem. Now, we've all been there at least once. You're doing good, you pack your lunch and you take it to work, you skip the random just browsing shopping trip, and you ignore all the sale emails that are yelling at you. You're on track, and then life happens. You get tired, you're stressed, somebody needs something else from you yet again. You've got 15 tabs open in your brain and they're all still buffering. You make one choice that you didn't plan for. Maybe it was takeout, maybe it's that quick run to the store that somehow turns into 5 bags of who knows what and a suspicious receipt total. And your brain goes,
oh, well, that's it. Budget ruined, day ruined. Might as well keep spending.
That right there is all or nothing thinking. And honestly, it might be one of the most expensive mindsets that you encounter in frugal living ever. Not because one little splurge is the end of the world, but because one little splurge turns into a whole spending spiral. And sometimes it sounds like, I already went over budget, so what difference does it make? Or I already ordered takeout, so the whole week is shot. Or I already messed up, so what's the point? And suddenly it's not even about that one purchase anymore. Now it's about the story that your brain just wrote all about you. And here's what I want you to hear. Progress does not require perfection, like at all. Habits don't get built because you had one perfect day and suddenly became a new person. Studies have shown that habits are built through repetition over time in real life while real life is happening. And it usually takes longer than people think for a habit to feel automatic. So if your budget falls apart the second that things get hectic, that doesn't mean that you're bad with money or that something's wrong with you. It just means that your plan isn't built for your real life yet, and you may have to do some tweaking. This is why super rigid rules don't work for most people, because life is unpredictable. The kids get sick, your schedules change, your energy dips, and your emotions rise. And if your budget plan collapses the minute that one thing goes off script, it's going to feel like you failed when really you just ran into a normal day. The truth is, stopping completely mid-frugal journey is usually more expensive than just adjusting. If you overspend one day, the frugal move isn't quitting, the frugal move is course correcting, because flexible frugality is what actually lasts. It's the skill of saying, okay, that wasn't ideal. Now what's the next best move? So let's talk about what you can do in those moments when you feel yourself slipping into that, oh, well, I might as well just keep whatever zone. I have 3 tips for you. And the first tip is the lapse versus relapse rule. And here's a simple way to think about it. A lapse is just one moment, but a relapse is deciding that one moment means everything. So when you catch yourself thinking, oh, I blew it, I want you to practice answering back with, no, that was one decision, not my whole identity. Because a budget doesn't get wrecked by one detour. It gets wrecked when the detour turns into a whole dramatic season finale. Just call it what it is. It's a detour, not a disaster. Tip number 2 is to do the next right move in 2 minutes. And this tip is all about not waiting for the perfect reset moment. Not tomorrow, not next week, not after I get my life together. Just do it now-ish. You know how it is if you've ever been on a diet. Let's say you start a diet on a Wednesday and you're doing pretty good for most of the day, and then you slip up and have that one chocolate chip cookie and you're like, I messed up. I'll just start on Monday. No, all you have to do, you had the one cookie, you just continue doing what you're supposed to do from here on. Don't start later. Just do the next right thing within the next 2 minutes. Don't give yourself time to ponder putting it off. You pick one tiny action that reduces the damage. Check your bank account real quick. Make sure everything looks okay. And then look at your budget and maybe move $10 back into the category that you stole from. Or if it was takeout that knocked you off your square, make tomorrow a show enough, use what you've got before you shop meal day, and throw together some meals only from what you have in the house. Small repairs keep you in the game. Perfection demands a whole restart, but progress just needs a pivot. And then tip number 3 is create an if-then plan, which is your budget's backup plan. One of the best ways to stick with a habit is to decide ahead of time what you're going to do when things go sideways, because it's not if life happens, it's when life happens. So you can just set up a simple if-then plan. So it might be something like, if today we do unexpected takeout, then tomorrow is a creative no-spend meal day at home. Or if I feel stressed and want to impulse buy something that I don't need, then I wait 24 hours and put it on my parking lot list instead. Or maybe it's, if I go over in one category on my budget, then I pick another category to go under by the same amount in that week. It's no shame. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You're just creating a system. And listen, beating yourself up doesn't magically make you more consistent anyway. If anything, it makes people want to avoid looking at the numbers in the first place. But when you treat a mess up like information instead of a failure, you stay engaged. And that's what actually changes things long term. Frugality is not a pass-fail test. It's practice. For some people, it's easy. And for others, you just have to keep practicing it. You are allowed to pause. You can adjust and then keep going without shame, because the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to build habits that survive real life and allow you to focus on and enjoy the things that matter most to you. And if you want some help doing that, you can just grab my free 3-day frugal reset. The link is in the description. It's just a basic 3-day plan that'll help you spot your biggest money drains and then make a simple plan that you can actually stick to and then get back on track fast, even if your week is already a little off the rails. If you got any value from this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.